Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a week review video for you guys on these 4 new ColourPop highlighters. And I picked these up probably about a month ago. So if you haven't seen a first impression week review video for me, I'll just use these products for the very first time. And then I'll come back with a check-in later on today before I go to bed to let you know how the product lasted and held up. And then at the end of the video, I come back a week later and do like a full review on the product and let you know if my thoughts changed, if they're the same, if I have like any tips or tricks with the product. Okay, so on ColourPop's website, these are $8 a piece. And like I said, they came out with 4 new shades. This first shade is in the shade Flexitarian. So it says Flexitarian, swing both ways in this intense white champagne in a pearlized finish. And I have a confession to make. I did kind of already break into this one. I didn't use it on my cheeks, but I did use it like on the inner corner of my eye. And it is like such a beautiful shade. Like I've been wanting to try this one out so bad on my cheeks. But just to swatch it for you guys, it's just such a beautiful, just white, shimmery, pearlized looking highlight. Like it is so beautiful. It's definitely a white champagne. Like I totally agree with their description on this. The next new color that they came out with is this shade here. And this is in the color Might Be. This is a really pretty rose gold color. Like as you can see there, I feel like this would also be a beautiful eyeshadow. So the description on this might be, you'll never know what this bright metallic rose gold in a pearlescent finish might be up to. So yeah, I would definitely call this a rose gold finish. The next highlight color they came out with is in the shade Candyman. And these things are just so super pigmented and just beautiful. This one looks like a really pretty bronze color, like almost like a coppery bronze. Okay, in the description on this, Candyman, get your fix with this super metallic rich gold in a pearlescent finish. So, I mean, for me, I wouldn't really consider this gold. Like I said, this is more of like a bronze kind of copperish color. It's not super orange, it's just kind of like a bronze. And then the last new shade that they came out with is in the color Do Not Disturb. And this is like a much darker bronze than the Candyman color. I don't know if you can see it right there. I kind of got my swatches up too high. Maybe I can put this one down the side of my hand too so you can see it a little better. So here that one is there. To me, this one isn't as metallic as those first 3 that I showed you guys. But I feel like this one here, really these last 3, I feel like would be gorgeous on like medium to dark skin tones. I just feel like those would be so beautiful and stunning. The description on Do Not Disturb, it says, you won't want no interruptions while you're going strong in this vibrant, warm bronze in a pearlized finish. And I would definitely say this is a warm bronze color. But like I said, I don't find it to be as metallic as the other ones. But maybe on darker skin tones, it might actually look a lot more metallic than it does on me. And with the highlighters, like I said, they are super pigmented. They feel very similar in texture to their eyeshadows. Like it's almost like a cream to powder kind of finish with them. You can tell that they're like a powder, but they have almost like a coconut oil or something in with the shadow to just make them super buttery and just to last. I don't really know how to explain the formula, but if you've used ColourPop like eyeshadows or like highlights, you know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what these finishes are like, and you definitely want to make sure that after you get done using these, you screw the pots like really tight because they can dry out. But okay, like I said, I'm going to go in with Flexitarian first. And I'm just going to try to apply this with my fingers. It's so intense. I feel like it's going to be like too intense with my finger, which maybe I got a little too much. Okay, so I'm just dotting it, which I almost feel like this might be better with like a dampened sponge to apply it too. So I might try to also use that and see if that works. Okay, that works kind of nice too. which I find, like I said, with my finger, it's almost too intense for a highlight. Maybe I grabbed too much product. Probably should have grabbed a little less. But yeah, like once that on, the sheen on that is just like insane. Like it looks so pretty. Okay, and then, whoops, I'm like knocking my mirror around. And then for this side here, I'm going to go in with this like kind of duo fiber synthetic brush from Real Techniques. And this is their contour. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. This is their contour brush. So I'm just going to get some of this product on there. And then, okay, yeah. I think I definitely like applying it with a brush better at first. Like, as you can see, it's not super intense right now, but I definitely could see where you could build it up more. Yeah. You can just kind of like buff it in. Yeah, I think for me, like I said, I think I like applying it with a brush better just because it has a more natural look to it and you can make it as intense as you want. Whereas if you just go in with your finger, it is super intense. I'm going to try to blend this side out a little more. I probably should have zoomed you guys in a little more. Like, let me do that real quick. So that's what this side looks like here, which I did try to kind of blend it out with my brush a little bit. I don't know, I just found that the side with the actual brush, it just looks a lot more natural. I think maybe I might try to go in with a little bit of this Might Be color on top of Flexitarian just to see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, I can tell that like from the front. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this side of my face and this side. Like it did add a little bit of color to my face here. But I think I could get away with using this as a highlight. It's almost like a blush with a highlight in it for me. Now, like I said, I'm going to go in and use these as eyeshadows. Okay, and then I put a little bit of this color in Cornelius, like as my transitional color. And then I'm going to go in with Might Be on the very front part of my eyelid. And I'm just using my e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm going to see how this works with it. Okay, yeah, that worked really good. Or that works really good at applying the eyeshadow. Or, this isn't really eyeshadow, at applying the highlight. Yeah, on the lid, this is super metallic as well. Like, it looks so pretty as an eyeshadow. Like, I don't know if you can see. It's just such a pretty color. So that's what that one looks like. I'm going to go in with Candyman next. And I'm going to place this here more in the center of my lid. It's such a pretty shade. Yeah, like these would definitely double as eyeshadows. So nice. And then I'm going to go in with Do Not Disturb here on the outer V area. I'm going to try to see if I can work some of this Do Not Disturb here in the outer V with my e.l.f. crease brush. Yeah, I feel like all these colors together, like as an eyeshadow look, they look really nice together. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Flexitarian and use that as an inner corner highlight. I just think this color in Flexitarian looks so nice as an inner corner highlight. I'll come back later on today just to see how well these highlights hold up as eyeshadows and as a highlight. I mean, I feel like they would last until you take your makeup off, especially since they're kind of like cream to powder, so they really like latch on to like your foundation. But it doesn't look patchy or anything like that. Like it looks super nice on the skin. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys the time so you'll know how long I've been away. So if you look at my phone, it is 12:21. So I will see you guys later on tonight. If you look at my phone, it is 9:22. So it's been several hours since I filmed the first impression portion to this video. So As you can see, the highlight is still on my cheekbones, really nice. And I feel like the highlighters, I don't know if you can see it, but I do feel like they've kind of creased on me a little. I'll try to zoom you guys in. So yeah, I don't know if you can see. It looks like they may have creased. I'm not real sure. Can't really tell. I did prime my eyelids before I put the highlighters on. I think I forgot to mention that to you guys. So I don't know if like as the eyeshadows they're like great. I'll have to kind of use them a little bit more throughout this week and see how I feel. But I do feel like as a highlight, it's held up really well, like on the cheekbones. I really like the way that it looks. So far, I'm pretty impressed by these products. I just hope that maybe it was just a fluke with the eyeshadow, like using them as eyeshadow today. But who knows? Maybe they just don't work out like that. But yeah, I'm just going to show you guys the date, and then I will come back here a week later and give you a full review on all of these ColourPop highlighters. So if you look at my phone, it is September the 14th. Alright guys, I'm back, and if you look on my phone, you can see that it is September the 28th. I just said that word, September the 28th. So it's been, I think, 2 weeks since I filmed my first impression on these ColourPop highlighters. I tried to use these other ones as eyeshadows, and I don't know, they just weren't like my favorite things as eyeshadows. Like, they look good for a while, but then I feel like after a while they do kind of crease. And I do like using this color as an inner corner highlight. I have found that it works okay there. It's just when you put it in the crease of your eye, it can kind of crease up. Even with primers, I don't know, maybe I just haven't found the right primer for it yet. And the only one that I found that worked on my skin tone was this lighter one in Flexitarian. The second to the lighter one in Might Be was still a little too dark for my skin tone, which was more of like that rose gold color. Like, I would say if you were medium to dark skin tones, this would definitely work on you. I'm just super pale, so it just kind of shows up more as like a blush on me. I'm definitely gonna put these darker ones in my makeup kit, so whenever I do some freelance makeup, I'll have some darker, really pretty highlights for people with darker skin tones. So I do really like these highlights. Like, I do love Flexitarian. I think it's such a beautiful highlight. And the best way that I have found to apply it is like with a synthetic brush. This is one of the Real Techniques brushes, and this is the contour brush. That is my thoughts on these new highlighters. And if you have any other questions that maybe I didn't answer, just leave them down in the comments for me and I will get back to you guys. Also, if there's any other products you would like for me to do first impression week reviews on, please let me know. And I hope that you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.